This is going to be a short little video about 7 or 8 minutes doing a garden gnome, and the little garden gnome will go onto a pipe to go to the Las Vegas show AGE in about a week. So I'm just going to make a little teeny baby garden gnome here. Might take about 7 or 8 minutes. If you have any questions, just scream out, but you're going to have to scream a little loud because I'm in Albuquerque and you're not. This is crayon yellow from Glass Alchemy. That's his little vest. That will be a belt. There's a little dot here in the front that will be his belt buckle. Gonna spread this out a little wider. This is actually the vertical aspect of the little guy here. He's looking, this is his front side. And he's going to have a yellow shirt and orange pants. And this is some Glass Alchemy crayon orange. To do the two legs, the easiest thing here is to throw some glass down on that little Maria I did right below his shirt. Flatten this, come in here with some scissors, cut that there, and then all of a sudden you got two little gnome legs. Little gnome coming to life there. Then he's going to get his little black Doc Marten boots. After you do the front of the boot, you have to add a little boot heel. Then you heat him up and actually bend the legs back a little bit. And then come in, put a little bit of clear on the bottom of each heel. And those two little dots of clear will be Evolios, so that when I go to melt this little garden gnome, like tomorrow, onto the top of a little small pipe, I'll use those spots right there to weld the gnome to the pipe. Now I'm back to where I had started here. Now he's got a yellow top. While these colors are hot, they all appear to be red. So now the little garden gnome is kind of looking right into the flame. And I'm going to do his right arm. Right now the camera is looking at it from behind. Flatten that a little bit. Now he's looking at the camera. This will be his left arm. I'm going to stretch it out a little bit. I'm going to go in with some tan colored glass that will be for the color of his hands. His left hand won't have anything in it. His right hand will have a little pipe, because garden gnomes like to smoke tobacco while they're doing all their yard work. I'm going to heat this hand up, move it down a little to the side. He's getting a little bit off center, so I'm going to align him there. Now I'm going to come in with the white and make his beard. I've got a little texture tool. You can see the tip of this. It's got little grooves on it, so when I heat up his beard and press this into it, it puts little grooves on his beard and also the bit of hair on the back of his neck. Then now I add more of the flesh tone glass to his head. So now I've got half of his head. So now I'm going to come in here and add on either side a little mustache. And then on top of the mustache area, I'm going to come down and pull his nose down. And then now I'm going to add a little more glass to his head. Throw heat into his body. And while that's cooling down, I'm going to go over to his right arm, heat up this little gather of black glass. Made a little teeny small pipe. I'm going to heat up the whole body of the piece, the bottom of the arm. Then I'm going to bring the hand around so that now the pipe is towards his mouth. Then I'm going to give him his little gnome hat. The first thing I do is do a circular gather around the top of his head, heat his little head in, marver that down, heat up his body, little garden gnome hat, and here's a little garden gnome, and this will go onto a small pipe about like this, to where he'll sit right on the top of it. And so that's the little garden gnome guy. So now I'm going to heat tweezers up, and he knocked right off of the foot. I'm going to put his foot back on. The punny just knocked off of his foot. There he is, all happy. He's going into the oven. And that's how you make a little garden gnome.